Okay, so last month, I had asked the Lord something personal. I was asking Him how near it is before I see Him and my transformation. The transformation that He had shown me that's going to happen. So this was a personal question concerning myself. And so the same night, He had given me this very memorable, this wonderful dream of heaven. Now, I've seen and been to heaven many times, but I've never seen any animals. This was my first time, guys, and I'm very, very excited. This will never go away. Like, the memory of this experience will I'll never ever forget it. Anyhow, so this dream started like a regular dream. So in this dream, I woke up. So the dream starts, right? I'm just waking up slowly, and in my house, in the room that I was in, there was just a few, literally about 1, 2, 3, 4 at most, like leaves and papers that was scattered on the floor. So usually it would have been more stuff, but it's just a very few things that are scattered on the ground. That's the first thing when I wake up out of my sleep, I saw there. And it was at night time. It was at night. Right? And so what happened is this room changed. This room that I was in, it changed from that room into a massive, wealthy mansion. But this mansion was otherworldly. When I discovered the size of this mansion and the beauty of it, and that it was something new, I'd never seen many of the details, I had the feeling of being in this place for the first time. I went in an immediate exploration, sort of, and I started going around in this mansion. I went into the hall or the living room area, and it was massive. And I remember I saw one of my old friends, Letitia. Letitia, if you're listening to this is Q. We used to be there in Margate, Florida. So if you're listening to this, I saw you in the kingdom of heaven. Yes, you were there. And that was a blessed experience, I tell you. So be excited. Not only you, Letitia was there, and my niece in England, Tracy. If you're listening to this, I saw you in this experience. Yes, I saw you in the kingdom of heaven, girl. So be excited. Be very excited, I tell you. We were in heaven. We were in the mansions of heaven, or one of the mansions of heaven. And so, while Tracy and Letitia was talking to themselves, I was going around and literally testing out the acoustics of this massive living room area. And I noticed along the walls there were like these giant doors, and all of those doors had different, those doors led to different polling rooms, I should call them. But the one that stuck out to me, I remember I was walking across them, the one that I got a glimpse into then, and like I said, I'll never forget this. I looked into one of these holding rooms in this mansion, and in these holding rooms, the things that were in there were things to help make this mansion what it is, or it helped with the upkeep of this mansion. I'm going to put it that way. That's what I was sensing. The things that were there were very important to the upkeep and the wealth of this mansion. There, that's the word, a key word right there. Now I look into one of these holding rooms, massive holding rooms. The door alone is bigger than my house. I believe that the things in heaven, like everything, is just much, much more, significantly more bigger than the things on earth. I saw many, at least 100. It had to have been more than 100. Many horses, like in this holding place. And it was clear to me that for someone to have this many horses, it's like the horses themselves were a symbol of wealth. There's no way that you could have these horses without being very, extremely And I have to stress that. Extremely wealthy, like a wealth that is on a next level, in a league of its own. But these horses, let me tell you something. The key takeout to this entire experience is these horses. I'm going to try my best to describe them, because I've never seen anything like it. Listen, these horses were the color of a fiery bronze color, and all of them were this color. So if you can imagine a fiery, reddish bronze color. I've never seen that color. No way. I've never seen horses with that kind of color. But not only that, just imagine the biggest, most beautiful, well taken care of horses here on earth. These horses that I saw in heaven would make that horse on earth, the biggest, most well taken care of horse, it would make that horse look like a, I don't even know what to say, like it's a toy or some kind of like a baby, or like a pony. I don't know what to describe it as. Because these horses were so huge, they were literally at least 10 to 15 times the size of the biggest horse on earth. Just imagine that. That's how huge they were. I know how it sounds, but that's what I saw. These horses were at least 15 times the size of the biggest horse that's on earth. And I remember looking at their muscles. But not only that, these horses, their consciousness level was on a next level in and of itself. I was walking, after I'd peeked into the huge sliding door, and it was being closed again, I was walking off, and one of the horses were very near to the door. And I tell you the truth, when I saw these horses, I have a newfound love for horses. I tell you the truth, I've never seen horses so beautiful. When I walked by the door where the horse was leaning up next towards it, I literally started playing with the horse. I literally called it, and this was automatic. I don't even know why I said that. I guess I couldn't help myself. I was like a kid again. I said, "Horsey." You know, like you would call someone, and to my amazement, this horse responded in a very human-like, almost animated manner. I wish that I could replicate the way that it responded to me calling it, but it was so happy that I called out to it, and so excited. And it started neighing, and you know, it looked first when I said "Horsey," it literally dipped his head down to the glass portion of the door, because the door had glass in it, and looked at me so animated, so similar to a human response, to the point where I'm wondering could these horses talk? I wouldn't be surprised if they could talk. And this is real, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters. This is real. This is heaven I'm talking about. This horse was so cognitive and so human-like, or its consciousness was like a human, and its response to what I said, that it's amazing. I honestly believe that their intelligence is up there, like they can literally talk. I wish that I could better communicate the experience to you guys. I so wish, but I can't. How can you put these things into words? It's impossible. You see, you'd have to see this horse for yourself. But like I said, I'll never forget the beauty, the power, and the size, and the animation of these horses. Truly, they're such an awesome display of God's power of creation. It astounds me. And I'll never see horses the same way again. Never. So, brothers and sisters, that is what I wanted to share concerning this short dream that the Lord had given to me in November. The Lord is showing me, I can interpret that dream, I know what it means. The Lord is showing me that it's late, because in the dream it was nighttime, so it's late. It's literally midnight. And it was a personal dream. It was for me. It was for me, but at the same time, not only for me. Does that make any sense? But it was for me, right? Because I'd asked Him. So, in the dream, there was just a few, like literally about 4 papers scattered on the ground. So it was only a few more things left for Him to do with me in my life. A few more tweaks here and there for me to be ready for His kingdom. So that's what He was showing me, and He answered me, and I'm so grateful for that. You see, and after that, literally, it's going to be time for me to go home, time for us to go home. And that's what's waiting. Wealth that is beyond human comprehension. Because that's what the entire theme of this dream was. When I saw these horses, like possibly hundreds of them, and they were so huge, and they were just a very symbol of wealth, like royalty. Listen to me, brothers. I had mentioned it before, I think, on this channel. We are royalty. Do you know that? Everyone who has accepted Christ and have been adopted into his kingdom, know that you are royalty. Please remember that. It is very important. You are royalty. I saw it. We are royalty. You have absolutely no idea. You can't comprehend it. It's unintelligible. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share. The Lord King bless and keep you all. Love from YBIC.